I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. I'm worried I'm white.
What happens when you give a room full of woke racists a DNA test? We're gonna find out thanks to a video from BuzzFeed, because of course, that I recently saw featured over on Abba and Preach's channel and had to give my thoughts on as well. If you're new here, I'm Brad Polumbo. I cover all the craziest things on the internet, in our politics, and in the LGBT community from a center-right, moderate perspective. Do consider subscribing and sticking around. We just crossed 100K, and I am so thankful to all of you. And if you get a kick out of this video, don't forget to like and comment as we go along. Now, without further ado, let's get into it.
Oh my gosh!
I am 88.7% European. Taking a DNA test.
Finally, to find out if I'm 100% Puerto Rican.
I really hope that I get full 100% Mexican, 100% Mexican. If I don't get 100% Mexican, I'm gonna be sad.
I don't know a lot about my family past my grandparents, and I kind of like it that way.
So, from the get-go, I don't really understand why they're doing this, or what the point is, or why you would possibly feel bad or not want to be a certain racial category for any other reason than racism. Like, I would never do this for many reasons, including that I wouldn't trust any of these companies with my DNA, but also, like, I don't care. I don't think any of this is meaningful or important, because if you weren't actually raised in the culture with any traditions or heritages, as part of growing up, it really doesn't matter if you're 10% Guatemalan or whatever. Like, who cares? Especially in America, of all places, where we're a melting pot. Like, I don't know why this would matter to these people or why they would want to do it. I don't know. Maybe it was just anything to get on camera, I guess. But it went from cringe to ugly pretty quick.
Okay, so it's been about 4 or 5 weeks. We finally got the results. I'm super scared, nervous. I'm excited. I don't know.
I'm anxious. I don't know what I am. I'm having an identity crisis. I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. I'm worried I'm white.
Babe, you don't need to be that worried. But like, why are these people scared or afraid or nervous that they might be a little white or a little European or not one thing or the other? Like, it shouldn't matter. I think the only explanation is that they've really internalized the most extreme form of left-wing identitarianism that teaches that white people are inherently bad and bigoted and evil and racist just by virtue of their skin pigment or something. Because why else would you care? Why would you be afraid to be a certain ancestry? Like, this is, I don't know, something about it just really, really grosses me out.
Oh my gosh, I'm 71.9% European! Hey! Spanish and Portuguese, 69.8.
Okay, Rosalia.
0.3% Italian. No wonder I like pasta so much.
French,
Why
oh my
is it,
god.
like, the most
Broadly said.
white DNA
It's a
test?
very white DNA test.
Because you're white? Why do you care? And why are you like ashamed or embarrassed of that? It's so pathetic and self-hating. And who told you that it's bad? It's fine. It doesn't matter. God. So guys, I just got to cut away from the content real quick to make sure you know about a great opportunity to support my content and immunize yourself to media bias all at the same time. You should not be getting your news just from far left sources like the BuzzFeed, the people that made this video, or from just a right-wing echo chamber. With my friends over at Ground News, you can follow all the news and see what everyone, left, center, and right, is saying about all the stories that matter to you. They'll also highlight stories that you're not even aware of in their amazing blind spot feature. I use Ground News all the time, and I actually used it first and then asked them to sponsor rather than them coming to me and get me to shill a product. Like, I actually really like this service and do use it every day. If you go sign up for Ground News today, 40% of your purchase will go directly to supporting my content if you use the link in the description. Now, let's get back to this shit show of a video.
Oh, I already saw a number I don't like.
Which one?
44% European.
Okay, I can see it. I was expecting more.
46.9% East Asian Indigenous American.
Okay.
Okay. I got those native roots, you know?
How somebody can say, I saw a number I don't like, without any hint of self-awareness or how messed up that is to say, is really just bizarre to me. You're literally saying you think some ethnicities are better than others, or some you're embarrassed to be traced back to and others you celebrate? How is this woke? How is this progressive? How is this how these supposedly social justice minded people think? It genuinely blows my mind. Can you imagine if you switched the opposite and you said, "Oh, I saw a number I don't like, 40% African." My dude here would be canceled like that. And honestly, people would be right to be upset with that statement because it would be offensive. But it's all fine because it's anti-white, I guess, or anti-European or whatever. This video actually gets worse though, guys. It gets worse.
Oh my God, I'm not white. Like at all. Oh, thank God. I'm mostly Central and South Asian. Southern Asian, 45%. We knew that. Southern Indian and Sri Lankan, 45.5%. Shocker. The other 36% is Sub-Saharan African. Are we surprised? No. Oh no, European. 10%. That is an amount I can allow.
What the f? This chick is literally just racist. There's no way to put it. This is just crazy. That's a number I can allow. Like, you can only allow a little bit of European. What? And like celebrating the fact that you don't have any white ancestry is extremely cringe. Imagine if one of the other people celebrated the fact that they didn't have any African or black ancestry. How would this same person feel about that? But BuzzFeed and their liberal audience, apparently they think this is like cute or funny or trendy or haha. And I'm like, y'all sound like the woke KKK to me. This is not cute. This is not a good look. All right, I'm going to make you guys watch one last part of this with me because I had to watch it, so you have to suffer too.
Report.
We don't want to kick you out from the team.
40%, 40.9% East Asian and Indigenous. I wanted 70 or 80.
You're 4% less colonized than I am. Congratulations.
From Spanish and Portuguese, 27%.
Welcome to the team.
Oh my God, the cringe. You're 4% less colonized than me. Oh my God. None of you are colonized at all. You're Americans. You're some of the most privileged people to exist in all of human history. This genuinely is crazy to me. Like, I can't put myself in their shoes. I try really hard to be able to wrap my head around what people other than me think, and I just can't. I can't put myself in the mindset of somebody like this who would celebrate or complain about what percentage, ethnicity, or heritage they are. Like, I don't care. I bet mine is like part Italian, part English, part whatever. Who knows? Maybe I have some 5% Native American or 5% African. Like, I could not care less. I can't imagine the mindset of somebody who would actually care about that. And moreover, I really can't imagine the mindset of somebody who would think it's okay to act openly as if some ethnicities are better than others, and there are some you should be ashamed to be traced back to, and some that are good, and yes, and slay queen. Y'all literally sound racist. I don't know what else to tell you. You sound racist. When I see stuff like this, I'm reminded of this saying that I love, that it's good to be open-minded, but if you're too open-minded, your brain falls out. And I think that's what we're witnessing here. People who have just drank the progressive social justice Kool-Aid so much that they don't even hear themselves. They have no idea how radical and fringe the things they're saying and doing actually are. At least that's what I'd like to believe, rather than that they're actually this hateful at heart. What do you guys think? What was your reaction to some of these clips? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're still here, you must have found something about this video insightful or entertaining, so do drop a like, and maybe even consider subscribing. Now, I'll see you all in my next video, but if you're somehow not sick of me yet, you can go here or here to check out more of my recent content that you might just enjoy. And don't forget to go to the link in the description or the comments to sign up for Ground News today and help support my content.